Hey family, are you hungry? It's time to ring the dinner bell. So today we're going to be making some rosemary garlic mashed potatoes. Now this is a quick and easy side dish. It takes no time at all. We literally have our potatoes boiling, and here's what I've done. I've allowed the potatoes I've peeled about 5 or 6 russet potatoes because I'm not cooking for the whole family. I'm still cooking for just one. And I've chopped them. I have added about 6 cloves of garlic. You all know I love garlic. And I've actually added a sprig of fresh rosemary. So those things have been boiling together. Our potatoes look like they're nice and soft. Now typically all you have to do is boil them for about 10 to 15 minutes until they get really, really soft. So now we're going to strain them in our colander. And let me tell you, I absolutely love mashed potatoes, and I absolutely love doing garlic mashed potatoes. Now, back when I had the kids at home, I actually used to do a lot of instant potatoes, and I tried to eat them recently, and I found them to be absolutely horrible. So I don't know if the recipe has changed, or maybe my palate has changed now that I've kind of switched over to making natural or real potatoes, but so much easier, so much healthier for you, and they taste better. So I'm going to actually kind of fish out some of the pieces of rosemary because there's just a couple of stems. So I used rosemary and it's fresh. So I'm pulling the stem out, but all of the rosemary leaves are already in here. So I've drained my potatoes. You can see they're nice and soft. Now everything is better with butter. It doesn't take much to do mashed potatoes. All you need is a little bit of butter. And I'm going to use some heavy whipping cream. You can use milk, but heavy whipping cream is just fantastic. Of course, the more fat you add, the better. Now, you know I've been losing a little bit of weight, so I've been trying to watch my calories, but we're just going to plop maybe 2 tablespoons of butter into our potatoes. And we're going to go ahead and stir those. And these potatoes are so soft right now, it's not going to take much to mash them. So we're just going to mash them with the butter until they're a good consistency. You want to make sure that all of your little squares kind of disappear. And then the thing that's actually going to thin them out, and I'll show you this in just a second once I finish my masher. So that's kind of what your potatoes will look like once they're mashed. And then we're going to add just another tablespoon of butter because butter makes everything better. I will go ahead and stir that all together. I also salted the water with just a teaspoon of salt. You guys know I don't like to use a lot of salt. I like to get the natural flavors of things. And I think with this garlic and the rosemary, it's going to be really, really good. But of course, you can salt to your taste. Now, just by adding the butter, your potatoes will get very creamy. But just to give them a little bit more creamy consistency, we're going to put maybe about 2 tablespoons worth of heavy whipping cream into our potato mix. Now, we're just going to stir them until they get nice and fluffy. Now, I did put my hand mixer out just in case, I wanted to whip them up. But these potatoes are really, really soft, so they were really easy to mash. Of course, the longer you boil them, the softer they become, the easier they are to mash. And so they're kind of the right consistency. I like my mashed potatoes kind of thick because I usually make them with my steak and gravy or meatloaf or something like that that's going to have like lots of gravy. So we want them stiff enough to be able to handle the weight of the gravy. So I've added my butter, I've added my cream. I'm just going to do a little dash of crushed black pepper, and I like coarse ground black pepper. I'm going to add just a dash of parsley to go along with the green of the rosemary. I just like adding a little color. And then just a little sprinkle of the garlic salt. So let's stir that all together. Let's see what we've got here. Now those are fantastic. Those are my quick and easy. Ooh, that rosemary is so good. Just a hint of rosemary. The garlic is amazing. Butter makes everything better. And look, we're done in like 5 minutes. That's how long it takes to make mashed potatoes. So no more instant potatoes. Grab a bag of some potatoes, butter, heavy whipping cream, and make your family happy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Dinner Bell. You can find this recipe and others in our cookbook on discoverkcu.org/shop. If you can't wait to get a hard copy of the book, you can download an e-copy today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and bon appetit.